Welcome back. As a teacher, we are going into a very weird place when it comes to educating students in 2020 inside of a pandemic. And I know a lot of parents and teachers have a lot of concerns, and I would like to talk about the main concerns when it comes to opening up the school without any guidelines or following the CDC guidelines and how that will look for students. I have some pros and cons I would like to talk about. If you're into that sort of material, stay tuned.
I'ma keep it rising. Say keep going higher. I keep going higher. I keep going higher. I keep going higher. I keep going higher. We keep going higher.
Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is the various options your district will give you, possibly with going back. Some people fear their child going back to school full time. However, offering virtual options is a total different ballgame when it comes to elementary school, and having students pretty much learning online at home. So I don't want to get too much into the virtual options per se because that requires a whole nother video. And the reason why that requires a whole nother video is because if you offer virtual options to elementary students and daycare needs and parents not going to work and who's going to be home with the students and will the places that they actually send the students to actually incorporate those things that they're supposed to be doing at school. That's a whole different conversation, a different ball game. Having a virtual option seems like it will be 100% needed if we did go into full relapse. However, it's very touch and go when you're talking about preschoolers and kindergartners and first graders and second graders being out of school and have to do everything online and interacting with a teacher that's actually supposed to be in class, because either you're going to offer 100% virtual, but then they're also having this half and half thing, go a few days in class and then the other days you are working strictly virtual. So there's a lot that a teacher will have to manage. So we may lose a lot of teachers with that. And the reason why we may lose a lot of teachers with having so many options available is because when you're at home and say for instance you have school age kids too, you will have to figure out how they will get their learning across as well. And the pay, a lot of people complain of pay and having to figure out and put everything online and then be available online for questioning and understanding and going in the classroom, administering lessons and stuff like that. There have been a whole lot of talks in these chat rooms everywhere that it's a no-go. So hopefully things can be figured out, but at this time, I just don't think they have everything figured out. And the bad part about that is a lot of people are going to try to figure that out close to August to see, okay, are we going back? And there's so many things that's up in the air, so we don't even know. So I can't even touch on that. So one of the CDC guidelines I want to talk about is the desks having at least 6 feet apart. And you have classrooms with student capacity of 20 to 30 students, and they're 6 feet apart and spread out. Some of the pros, and to be honest, there will be some pros. Some pros is just have the kids separate in class so you can stop the spread or being contaminated inside of the classroom because they're not so close to each other because they're 6 feet apart. However, a con to that is the fact that typically those classroom sizes and the furniture that's in the classroom will not accommodate that. And the reason why I want to accommodate that is because we have been trained as teachers to incorporate caring and having a partner and partnering up for everything. So a lot of our desks at school are paired desks. And with paired desks, having someone on the other side of you and having those desks 6 feet apart, they would have to go and do a whole hall of desks, new desks, inside of every classroom at my school, to be honest with you. Because a lot of the desks, you have two people to the desk. So to take that whole desk and say, okay, y'all can't be so close because they're right there. They're partnered up and you can't be so close. Where would we get the new furniture from? I don't know. I don't know if you parents have seen your child's classrooms, but a lot of the stuff is not there already. So next, the other option is having lunch in classrooms. The pro is that if you have a school and you have pre-K through fifth grade, right? And you don't have a lot of cross contamination happening because you don't have students sitting in the same areas that's not being cleaned thoroughly. And yes, that's all great. The con, typically when we have a situation where we have to have the cafeteria ladies at school bring food to a classroom, they put it in bags. You know, it has to be covered. You can't just be walking around because of contamination. And now you're saying that they will have to administer these meals inside the classroom. And they will have to have cover. They will need whole new dishes. They would need new trays. They would need washing station and classroom to keep everything tidy without having roaches and rats end up in school because you have food that's happening in class and having lunch that's happening in class and possibly having breakfast that's happening in class. Then who's gonna clean that up? And even if the students decide to clean it up and now you have them trying to help out because the kids gonna want to help out and they're gonna try to help out, but guess what? They're gonna be picking up trays and pretty much interacting with the material that's probably contaminated. What they gonna do? Next thing, staggered arrival times. Now the pros is not many students in the building at the same time. However, we have a lack of bus drivers. There's a shortage of bus drivers in the districts. So you go to one neighborhood and you're picking up a set of kids. You bring them back to school, get them unloaded, go back, go and pick them up. When will we start class? In class, in order for everyone to be dismissed and get home at a reasonable time. I don't know. It's just I'm proposing things for people to think about. I don't even know who's making decisions. I really don't know. I don't know who's up at the top making decisions, but they don't understand a lot of what you're saying and may administer out requires money, requires funding, require a whole new system inside of these schools and classrooms and how things are ran. And will that be available for August? Next, wearing masks. I mean, I'm sure I can't teach with a mask on. I'll be muffled. Students, it's not safe for them to just sit there with a mask inhaling their own carbon dioxide all day. So they definitely will have to have these individual seats. Who's going to provide the mask? Will they have to wear them? Will I have to wear them? Another issue we need to talk about is the daily temperature screening for everyone. For what? The pros is okay, you will know if someone have a fever really quick. However, people are asymptomatic, spreading the disease. So yeah, we are in a pickle. Do I know what we should do instead? No. Do I know that a lot of stuff that in order to make the CDC guidelines any sort of reasonable, there would be total overhaul in a whole new system that needs to be in place at every school, at every district, at every turn. Every school will have different needs. Not all schools will have certain needs. Like my school, with students having to share desks, there have some schools that students still have individual desks, so it probably won't be a problem with them to sections kids all 6 feet apart. However, with certain schools, it may be a big issue. Will we dwindle down the class size and say, okay, half of the students come this day and half of the students come that day, and then the teachers having to teach virtual the other 2.5 days? How would that look? How would that look at home for parents who will be at work? And then having to go and get daycare, will they administer that learning and charge them more? These are questions we need to know. And as a teacher having a kid myself, what happens with her? I'm just wondering. I have questions. Do you have questions? If you do have questions, leave them in the comment section below. Like, subscribe to my channel, and let's talk about it. I think that the more that we talk about these issues, the more we can get closer to understanding what they're missing and what we're willing to go into the school year accepting or not. I personally think that whatever we need to happen now, need to be bought now, need to be in place now, need to be understood now before we enter into the month of July. And if we enter into the month of July and say, okay, if the numbers get to this number, this is what's going to happen. If the numbers get to these numbers, this is what's going to happen. They're going to wait and see these numbers go wherever they're going to go, and then say, stop what you're doing, this not working. Then everybody going to be back in a tizzy. And that's not going to be effective or helpful for anyone. So, what do we do? That's my question. Bye, guys.